Okay, so here's my little dog sweater sewed up with the mattress stitch. Left about 3 or 4 inches for the leg holes. On the ribbing, you have to sew the outside and then the inside, or at least I do. I guess you don't have to, but I do. When I'm making a little girl sweater, it's all the same. I do just use a cover stitch, but when I'm doing this decrease and only half size inside for a little boy dog, I do just sew by hand because it's just not that much to sew. So this is so easy. I am using an H hook, and then all you're gonna do is grab your yarn and pull it through. Hold your yarn, loop over, and do just a single chain. Now I like to pull my tail. I'm going to go in the next loop, grab that yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through. Okay, so in, the yarn is over, I'm going to pull it through, yarn over, pull through. It's just a single crochet. So if you're a beginner and you've never done crochet, that is what you're doing here. And the only part that this sweater really curls is like these edges here. And that will straighten out, especially using such a thick yarn. That's the other reason I like to finish with a crochet edge. It just straightens out that stockinette stitch that you've done. Even though this inside, with just the crochet cast off, it's, you know, not really curled that much at all. So you can, if you would like, do half double crochet on this. Now on the edge of just the straight dog sweater all the way around, there is a little bit more curling, and I show that in another video. I do a finish that helps prevent all that curling. So I'm just going to go straight across here with just my little single crochet. Okay, now when I get to this corner here, I'm going to go right beside it. I'm not going to put anything in this corner stitch right here. I'm just going to ignore that and go over, put my hook through, pull through, yarn over, and now I'm going up the side here. So when I get right about here where it's really starting to, where those decreases are really starting to curve in there, I'm going to yarn over, pull it through, go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, and do a little decrease stitch there. And I am grabbing my tails and working them as I go. And there is no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing that little decrease. I just look at it and say, okay, that could use a little more shaping. And then I did it again there. So I have to look at the shape and decide where that's going to work out the best. There's no hard and fast rules, and that is one of the things I absolutely love about crochet, because there's not any hard and fast rules. When you get up to that, you can lay it flat and just see, okay, how's that looking? How's that working out for you? You can see how nice that's going to lay. I just did those 2 little decrease stitches over here, going around, and so I am going to try to do the same thing over here. Because sometimes if you just go through every single stitch, it might get a little floppy. You can just do it and see how it goes if you don't want to do like the little decrease stitch. You might like it better. Again, no hard and fast rules. Just get the sweater exactly how you want it to lay. And I'm really liking how that's going. You can see the difference over here. How curly and how flat that is. So I'm just going to try to remember over here. Sometimes I keep little notes about how many stitches I'll go up, and then I'll do a decrease and go up again and do a decrease. Not always. I mean, when I've made something a few times, mostly I just wing it. Just kind of checking my side here to see where I did do that little decrease. And it looks like right about here. I'm going to grab up 2. Then I'm going to do just a couple of stitches here. And I'm going to do it again. And check my work. Yep. That is pretty much the same. This is so small. I mean, dog sweaters are so small. Even if I decided I didn't like how it was laying, it's not a big deal to just go back and say, well, I don't really like how this is laying, and just, unravel and redo. When I first started crocheting, I unraveled a lot of stuff, and I still do. Sometimes I experiment with different edgings, and I'll, go through and do one edging, unravel it, try another, go back to the other one. With edgings, you are so free to do so much. And so now I'm coming back to this other opposite corner here. And I'm going to skip that corner and just go right over to the chest panel. And then I am back here at the beginning, and you can totally do another row. You can do a half double crochet, you could do a picot, you can do all kinds of things on this edge. The dog I'm making this for, he is a little guy, but he's kind of got some long legs for a little 5-pound dog. So I am going to do a half double crochet here because I do want more of a leg on this little guy. You do not have to do this. It looks super cute without it. So I'm just pulling my yarn through, going to yarn over and chain, and because I'm doing a half double crochet, I'm going to yarn over and chain again, and now I'm going to yarn over, put my hook through the next loop I see, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through all 3 of those loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And that's going to give a nice little edge for Dre. I'm just going to do that all the way around in every loop. On the legs, I definitely want the legs to remain really loose. So I'm trying to get in every single loop and not miss any. So when I come to this corner here, I am going to stitch in it, because I really don't want it to be tight on his little leg at all. And I am working my tails in as I go. Make sure I got in that corner again. Okay, back to the beginning, and I'm going to just push my hook through that top little chain I made, yarn over, pull it through, and pull it through. And I'll work that through with the tapestry needle. But see, that gives like a nice little leg edge there. I mean, this is a little sweater, and if you're making this sweater, you know, there's no need to have like a great big long leg unless you just want it. I hope as you're finishing up your little dog sweater, you're excited about your little fur babies being extra cute this winter. Y'all have a good one.